I am usually a tea and herbal infusion drinker. I don't drink sodas, but ginger bug drinks are fast becoming my new addiction. I've been drinking them for the past 3 weeks now, and the reason I love it is the same reason why I love kombucha. It's a probiotic drink and it tastes delicious. The thing with the ginger bug, it's super easy to make. You just need organic ginger, organic sugar, and filtered water to make it. And it's very easy also to maintain. Basically, it's the same principle as kombucha, the wild yeast on the ginger and also the in the air just feeds on the sugar to produce carbon dioxide, which gives the bubbles in the drink. So essentially making a healthy soda. I have one here, the one that I've made. I made this 3 weeks ago, and it took a little while to get going, but in the end, it got going. So this is absolutely normal, the separation, and basically, you want to get. You can see it's so beautiful. I love it. It's just the fermentation thing is something that I love because it's basically making things that are alive, right? So this is what you want to get. This is the end result where you have the bubbles and you basically filter this liquid to put it to mix it with either very sweet tea or fruit juices, and you can make an endless array of soda in terms of flavor and the combinations. I'm about to make a new one because I was in a hurry to make this one, and it works fine. It's absolutely great, but I just want to make it. The last time I didn't have organic sugar, so I used regular sugar, which it's entirely up to you. But I just want to make sure that I have very very good ingredients. So even though this works fine, I'm just gonna start a new one, and I thought I would use the opportunity to share also this by filming the process, which is again very easy. So with this one, I grated the ginger, but for my new one, you don't have to grate it. I'm just gonna cut it in small pieces. So all you need for the ginger bug, like I say, is ginger, sugar, and filtered water, and a jar, obviously, to mix your ingredients. I just emptied my jar because this is actually work. It works for me. This size, it's a 500 milliliter, half a liter jar. You can also use bigger jars, of course, if you'd like for example, this mason jar. But the reason I'm using this is because it's I just love the size, and in order to store it, if I want to store it in the fridge, it's actually a lot easier for me this size than this jar. And regarding the measurements, I'm not too big to be precise. I don't think you need to be super precise with this, but I'm going to give the measurements that I am using. So I'm going to put to start with, I'm just filling up the jar with half of the water content, so 250 milliliter, and then it's just a tablespoon of the ginger, cut up ginger, with a tablespoon of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up my ginger. I'm not using all of this, but yeah, this is what I have at home. So I'm going to cut up the ginger. This is more than a tablespoon of ginger, but like I said, I'm not too anal about the exact measurements. Now I'm going to put organic raw sugar. I'm putting 1 tablespoon in there, and I'm going to fill up the jar with filtered water, like I said, about 250 milliliters. And give this a stir until it's well mixed. Until the sugar has melted, which it has already. That's the beautiful thing of using this type of sugar. It just dissolves in the water very rapidly. Then add the ginger. And this is it for now. I'm just going to cover this with a cheesecloth and elastic band and come back tomorrow to feed it again. So basically, it will be feeding 1 tablespoon again of chopped ginger and then 1 tablespoon of sugar, and give that a mix as often as possible. And it should take roughly 3 to 5 days for the bubbles to form. It might take longer depending on the temperature in your house, the season, a lot of different factors. So don't get discouraged if nothing kind of happen, if it takes a while for something to happen. This is day 2. I'm gonna feed my ginger bug, the one that I just made. So you can see right now nothing much happening. I'm just adding some ginger, and at this point I'm not adding any more water at the moment until I add more ginger as we keep with the feeding. So that's my ginger. Tablespoon of sugar. Give that a bit of a stir. And that's it. You repeat the process. I'll come back again, but this is pretty much repeating the process. This is the one that I had already made, as you can see, still doing good. Lovely bubbles. And I said, if you leave it at room temperature, to feed it every day. But if I see that it's doing great like it is right now, I don't necessarily feed it every day, maybe one every 2 days. So it's doing very good, lovely bubbles. Putting this back on, and that's that. Day 3, and my newly made or recently made ginger bug is looking very good. You can already see the little bubbles there. So let me give it a stir and see how it reacts. And the colors change also. Definitely making some bubbles, but it's not quite ready just yet. But it's looking good, so I'm going to add some ginger, and this one is doing amazing. I didn't feed it yesterday. I'm going to feed both today, equally of ginger and sugar, and I'm also going to add a bit more water now. So in goes the ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and like I said, today I'm going to add some water to both, filtered water. Give that a good stir. And that's it for today. I'm just gonna put back my little cheesecloth on there. I think you can also use, a lid if you'd like. The cheesecloth is just something that I'm using myself, but because of the wild yeast in the air, I suppose. But I think you can just use a lid. So that's it for today, and I'll come back tomorrow. I think this will be ready in about a couple of days. Today is day 4 since I started my second ginger bug. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, so it's definitely ready. You can see the bubbles. It's looking really beautiful. If I give it a stir, actually probably gonna. Yes, very nice. Very happy with that. Yeah, and the scent is beautiful. And this is the first ginger bug that I did. Also looking very healthy. You can see all the bubbles there. Wow, just really, really love it. So I'm gonna feed them again today. And I'm gonna leave this one in the fridge. And this one I'm gonna leave it at room temperature because I'll probably be making sodas quite often, or sparkly drinks, should I say? I don't know, soda maybe. So I'm gonna add some ginger once again to both. 1 tablespoon. Give that another stir, mix it all well. And when you reach a point of if there's too much ginger, then you can obviously, take the ginger out. You can use the ginger that you have in there to make some teas, or I also used the leftover ginger the other day to make ginger and lemon cookies. They were very, very delicious. So there's many uses to that, but you can obviously, like I said, take out the ginger as it goes along, because this you can keep indefinitely now, and just keep feeding it. As I had mentioned already, if you keep it in the fridge, you just have to feed it like once a week. And if you keep it at room temperature, I've read that it's you have to feed it every day, but I just have a look, and if it looks healthy, then I do every other day myself. So that's it. Happy ginger bug making, and also happy soda making. Really a beautiful process to be part of. Really love it. Once your starter culture is ready, after a few days or a week, you will see when the bubbles form and there is a distinct scent to the ginger bug. Then what I do for the measurement, I'm making my soda drinks into 1 liter bottle. So what I do for the measurement is I mix 750 milliliters of sweet tea or infusion or juice. It's really entirely up to you what you want to make your soda with. And I add a quarter cup of my ginger bug liquid. So it's just straining. You don't want the pieces of ginger. And it's more or less, I believe, a quarter cup right now. Yes, exactly. A quarter cup, which is in milliliters, it's about 50 milliliters. And I'm about to make ginger and lemon infusion to make my soda. And if you're making this with infusion or herbal teas, then you want to add sugar, obviously, because you need the sugar for everything to happen, and for the ginger bug to feed into the sugar of your herbal infusion or tea. Personally, I add 2 tablespoons to 700 milliliters of infusion. You can go with more or less, it's entirely up to you. For me, it works. I don't like too sweet of a soda. So I'm just going to make this in there. And I boiled 750 milliliters of filtered water. Adding my lemon. Ginger. And I'm just going to let this sit to infuse and obviously cool down. You don't want to add any hot water to the ginger beer, because obviously it would kill the yeast and the good bacteria that makes this drink probiotic. And I'm going to put this in my bottle already. And once my infusion has cooled down completely, I will transfer it to the bottle. And it takes about 1 to 3 days for the carbonation to happen and to get the bubbles and the soda. My ginger and lemon sweetened infusion has now cooled down fully. I forgot to mention, right, I washed the, the ginger and the lemon before preparing the ginger bug and also my infusion. And you could also, I just found out, you could also drink the juice as it is without making the soda. Drink it as a ginger shot, which I haven't done yet, but I think I'm definitely going to do that, because I tend to actually have ginger, a bit of a ginger shot in the morning, just to wake up my digestive system. So I think I'm just going to switch to the fermented version. Might as well double up the benefits. So I'm going to strain this and transfer this in this bottle. Now you can use, it's like the kombucha. Some people use the swing top bottle, right? Those kind of bottles, which are great. It just happened that I found those bottles. So this is a ginger bug drink that I made about 3 days ago, which is very tasty. I'm going to open the bottle. You can see the bubbles already, but this one is passion fruit and lychee syrup, because I made a cake the other day and that called for lychee, and I thought, wow, actually passion fruit and lychee might go very well together, and indeed they do. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to open the bottle. I'm using those bottles because I found that this lid is actually working a lot better than this, because like kombucha, you will need, once you put everything in the bottle, you will need to pop the lid every so often because of the carbon dioxide. So you have to let out the gas. Otherwise, there is a risk of explosion that we don't want to do that. And with this bottle, the good thing is that if that does happen, if there is a buildup of gas, instead of the bottle exploding, the the lid just comes off. So obviously you don't want it to be put, in a cupboard or anything like that. But if you leave it on the floor or something, then and you're not around, then if there is a buildup of gas, this lid just pops off, right? Instead of the glass bottle to explode. I prefer the former. So I'm going to open this so to show you. Hey, definitely bubbly. And there you have it, a healthy soda, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So I'm going to transfer this now in this bottle to make another probiotic soda. And you don't want to fill up the bottle all the way to the top. You want to leave a little bit of space, just again for the gas to build up and having the space to, when you open it, to pop the bottle every once in a while. You will have to check on it, like I say, and you leave this, it takes about 1 to 3 days. For me, it's taken just a day, literally in 24 hours and a half, the bubbles and the soda. It's super quick, but yes, you want to check on it every so often just to pop it and let the gas out. And that's all there is to it. Delicious, good for your tummy soda.